Top of the morning to you, everyone. It is 49 degrees. It is a cloudy. Is it rainy or drizzly? I'm going to go with drizzly right now.
Yes.
I don't even know, Raylene. Good morning, first off, and happy Monday. What's Roger Hill saying today? Is it going to be kind of...
Yes.
Kind of shitty?
Drizzly and shitty.
Here's the thing, though.
He didn't really put it that way, but
He didn't say shitty?
No.
I love weather like this. I don't know. Maybe, I think too much of it is not good. But I just love a good peak foliage, cloudy, rainy, drizzly day. I think I just don't know. I don't know.
Yuck. Well, it's a soup day.
It's a soup day.
Everybody can love a soup day.
Yes. We've had some great soups lately. Sherilyn's into this thing now where she's got these she's Googling all these recipes that are immune boosting soups with shiitake mushrooms and all that shit.
Sounds good to me.
Bone broths, kale. It's great. It's amazing. Delicious.
Sounds great.
Fly on the Wall Productions bringing you Aired Out this morning, live on Facebook and YouTube. And I said tubed. It's streamed everywhere you get your podcasts, on the web at airedoutvt.com. I want to throw a shout out to one of our sponsors this morning. Yesterday I posted up this incredible Milwaukee brush cutter from Nelson's.
Yes. I saw that.
This thing is like... as a guy, we love our tools. We love, when we get something that kicks ass, it's a tool. Mm-hmm. We get really excited about it. Usually we will use it and overuse it to the point where, we're kind of beaten on it because we're like, wow, let's see how far I can push this thing until it breaks. I couldn't do that.
You couldn't do it. Well, why would you want to break a brand new tool?
Well, because as a guy, you have to find the limit. It's either your body is going to give up or the tool is going to give up.
Honey, your limit is your pocketbook.
Well, there's definitely some truth to that.
Because if you break it, you got to replace it,
I understand.
You just wasted money.
You're absolutely right. But I pushed this thing yesterday.
That's a woman being sensible.
True. I'll give you that.
Just saying.
But a brush cutter is it's not a weed whacker. I mean, there's a weed whacker attachment on this Milwaukee thing.
But it literally cuts brush with a blade.
It's a blade.
With the blades. Mm-hmm.
You miss, you're down one leg. It's that simple. Oh. I accidentally, when I first started, I was like, whoa, I'm going with it.
Yeah, I don't know that.
I went right through a tree that was a sapling that was almost 2 inches thick.
I don't know that that's what I wouldn't want you to have one of those tools.
This, I'm going to tell you right now, anyone who wants to get one of these things, do not have a beer or two before you use this thing. Not that I did. I didn't, but I wouldn't. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. This, and I was down cutting the knotweed, the Japanese knotweed, the bamboo. Mm-hmm. that's like 25 feet tall down by the river?
Yep.
That stuff.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Cut right through it like butter, you said.
It's actually, and if Bob Nelson is listening to me this morning, how sad is it, Bob, that I would be excited and looking forward to going down and cutting down more bamboo? That's sad. Why? I mean, who looks forward to this? I do. I want to go back and cut more.
I'm not sure who does.
You put the headphones on, you forget about it. Yeah, I felt like, I don't know if the testosterone was going yesterday or what was happening, but I just felt invincible down there. I'm like, I can do anything as long as I have this Milwaukee M18 brush cutter in my hand. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, what's Roger Hill saying for this week? Do we know?
I'd have to go look.
Well, I got it right here. I'll find it.
To?
No, I'll find it.
It's on
right
the
here.
page.
Yeah, I got it right here. Oh, it is already?
Of course.
Why would I ask?
I don't know.
50 to 55 today. So cloudy, misty showers, areas of drizzle. Tonight, cloudy. A few isolated sprinkles down about 45, and then Tuesday, tomorrow, lots of clouds. Shocker. Highs around 55. And it looks like, Wednesday, more clouds than sun, upper 50s. Thursday, we might see a little bit of sunshine, but frost is possible in some areas and likely in others on Thursday. So temps up around 60, though, which is pretty nice. I was checking out the garden this weekend to see if there's anything in there worth salvaging.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a couple little, yellow summer squash, which are...
I'm surprised.
I don't know. Sherilyn says they've gone by because the skin is too thick on them. Do you know anything about this?
No, I don't know.
You don't know anything about this?
I think that I would not eat them, but
I would.
Of course you would.
So what's going on? What's new with you? What's happening? What's new? What's shaking? We need some comments this morning.
So you want to? There's all kinds of stuff going on. Of course.
Can we do birthdays?
Go ahead.
I think it is my my girlfriend from high school. Her birthday today. Yes, it is. I'm right. Jen Ciaccoloni on the birthday list today. Let's see, 50. I'm going to say 52. Hope I'm right. Could be 51. Eric Chittenden. Bill Sayre. What a great. Do you know Bill Sayre?
I don't know.
He's a host on WDEV. He is absolutely amazing. Amazing guy. Let's see. Tiffany Kilburn. We have Doug Roon. We have Sam Fisk, Alicia Bartlett, and let's see, John Healy, all celebrating birthdays today.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, everyone. This weekend, there was some really whacked out shit that went down in Vermont.
Mm-hmm.
I walked in here this morning, and I told you straight up, Raylene, that...
Your head was buried in the sand.
I was a little unplugged this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of heavy stuff going on right now. So I was a bit unplugged, but I see that
this weekend you had an excuse to be a lot unplugged, but you're always a bit unplugged.
Well, a little bit. I mean, I was, I'm excited about this week, though. My God, we got the Donahues coming in on Thursday night.
We do. Hopefully. So let's talk about the Donahues for a minute. So Stephen won the Fall Brawl championship. So pretty much, and then he won the photo contest and everything else too. I'm not sure there's much he hasn't won.
Unbelievable.
So they will be here on Saturday. And with that said, our thoughts, wishes, prayers for a fast recovery to Bill Donahue's daughter, Anna, who was in a accident this weekend while riding a horse. Her foot got caught in a stirrup and she was dragged and stepped on, and she had to go in the helicopter from Rutland to Burlington and undergo some treatment there, but she has 2 broken ribs, a broken clavicle, a 3-inch laceration on her leg, and a bruised lung and a collapsed lung. So our thoughts are with her for a speedy recovery, and I can't imagine, getting that call from the trainer saying this has happened, and then I cannot imagine being told you can't ride in the helicopter and you got to drive, and you're an hour and 40 minutes from the hospital.
Yeah, me too.
Thankfully, John Donahue, who lives right here in town, closer to Burlington, and his wife Dawn jumped right in their car, and they actually beat the helicopter to Burlington. They must have been driving the Charger, as Stephen would say.
So, do you think they were? So, what you're saying is you're suggesting that they were possibly exceeding the speed limit.
Oh, I'm not suggesting anything. I know, but I mean, they had a little bit of leeway because they got the call. The ambulance, the helicopter was en route to Rutland, so she had to get there. She had to get prepped, loaded, all of that. So,
my God, and how old is she? Is she young enough?
9, I think.
9.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I didn't know that. Whew. That's
yeah. She's young.
Oof. But she's got some Donahue blood.
Yeah.
So she'll,
She might be a little older than that, but not much. I don't think.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. We're gonna check in with Logan Luce and run down scores from last night, but can we talk about some of the news?
Yes.
You go. I mean, you're more tuned into what's happening. What's going on with the Don Messier story?
Well, nothing's going on. It's the anniversary this week on the 18th.
They always post this up.
Right. The state police always post it, saying if you know anything at all, please come forward. Any tip, please come forward. They do every year. He's been missing a long time, and there was actually some hope last year when a team from out of state came and did a dive, and they pulled his truck out of the river, and there was a lot of hope for a closure, but it didn't happen. And,
remember that well.
I can't imagine, and I really hope that at some point his family can get the closure that they need.
And then there's something about the floodwaters with a body that
was... So in the Winooski River also, they feel like this guy probably got caught up in the debris, and that's how he was finally found. But it's a murder suspect, Keith Gaston. He went missing in 2019, right after the murder of his fiancée, Hannah Keyes, and his body was discovered this weekend. So that happened. There was a horrible house fire on Max Gray Road in Calais, where the 2 homeowners were brought to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. So our thoughts are with them. I don't know their names yet, but that is out there. And then also in the news, we know that, I don't know if you heard, but Suzanne Summers from Three's Company has passed away.
Yes.
76 years old. And the Taylor Swift Eras concert.
Yes.
Banked $97 million this weekend. It's the highest on record for an opening weekend in North America.
Come on. More than Star Wars?
$97 million, the highest on record in North America for opening weekend for the Taylor Swift tour.
And you know what, Rayleigh?
Yeah.
We can say, and we will. I remember back in October 2023, I was there. The Taylor Swift premiere, I was there. Raylene, you remember that, right? One of the highlights of your life. Raylene. And, and Michael Booten missed the whole thing.
He did.
He cannot say that he was there. If he does, he's lying. He was not there.
Well, how do you know he didn't go Saturday night or Sunday?
Because we were there for the premiere.
Yeah.
We were there for the big one. That's astounding. And it's going to be playing in theaters through the beginning of November.
Yes.
I can't believe this weekend is Halloween weekend. Holy crap.
This weekend isn't Halloween weekend.
Yeah,
Next weekend is.
No,
it's not. It's the 16th.
Yeah.
We've got 2 weeks.
17, 18.
Oh, for God's sakes.
19, 20. What is this weekend? 20, 27.
It's the sock sale, jackass, but it's not
21.
Halloween.
Thank you. I see I'm jumping the gun here. I'm excited. That's right. This God, wow. It is the sock sale. The sock sale is this weekend and next weekend.
Correct.
Okay, and next weekend is the Preston's Kia
event on the 27th.
Trunk or treat.
From 4 to 6 at Preston's Kia, and
Okay.
we'll be there.
Are you able to look at me and say that you're going to be able to handle me for 2 full straight hours, uninterrupted, in a Halloween costume?
Probably not. I'll probably spend all my time over at Michael's Jeep if you don't behave yourself.
On or off lorazepam?
On.
On.
I need anti-anxiety meds to deal with you.
God. But we're going to have so much fun, though. Seriously. I mean, you bought $500 worth of candy, and we're inviting the public to come bring candy, decorate your cars, come in costume, have fun with us. And obviously, kids, please make sure that your parents are in costumes, that they're dressed up.
Well, they don't have to be, though. It's not a requirement.
No, it's
not. It's not even a requirement for children to be in costumes.
True.
They just, bring your little tote bag and come and join us and have fun. And,
You're right.
Be in the parade. It's for everyone.
That's right. And they can get candy whether they're in costume or not.
Correct.
All right. Just set the...
And enjoy all the other things that are going to be there.
Let's see. I see Sterling Market is not going to be returning to Johnson.
Very sad.
That's trending
Sad
this morning.
news.
Yep. We have bobcats on the hunt in Shelburne. What's this? Oh, trapping and hunting?
Well, no, it's not on the hunt. The numbers are in a good space. That's what the report is that there are actually a good amount of them here in Vermont.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's great. That's great. Not the case with the ever elusive catamount, though.
No. Somebody saw it in Barrie, though. One in Barrie.
What?
Not that long ago.
What?
I'm not kidding. Walking right down Main Street.
Stop it. Anyone say? All right. I want to ask
I
that
think it was
question.
Heather's kid.
Let's see. Mary Lou Retton is making remarkable progress. Whew, boy, she was like the media was pretty much pinning her as dead last week. It was pretty grim there for a while. God, I remember watching her as a kid. I know you did too.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course, in the Olympics. The Israel-Hamas war, I don't know what to say about this. There's no ceasefire agreed for foreigners that are trying to flee the Gaza Strip. I don't know what to say about this story other than, admittedly, I'll either dive into it and start reading about it, or I'll just shut my phone off and look away because it's so disturbing to see what's happening to over 1 million people who are trying to, and they're dropping leaflets out of aircraft saying, "Go south, get the hell out of here," and all these people that are in hospitals that are running on low fuel for their generators in these hospitals, and once the generators run out, I mean, then breathing equipment and refrigeration and medicine and I just what's happening over there. I just shake my head and I say I can't believe this is happening in our world right now. That this is real. That this is happening right now.
I know.
And and I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Last night, we live in our little bubbles of reality here. I mean, last night we had a nice roast chicken. Just the smells in my house. Sherilyn made a loaf of homemade bread, and we got the lights on, we got the heat on, we've got a delicious meal, we've got cold drinks, and we're all on the couch with our blankets and thinking about what's going on in other parts of the world at the same exact time that I'm doing this. And there's I don't know what it is, but there's almost like feelings of guilt and remorse that I have. I just can't wrap my head around this. That there are human beings that are so evil on the earth that are doing this right now. And, whatever it is, religious warfare, whatever. I don't know. I know I'm on a soapbox, but I can't stand it. Please post your comments and share your thoughts on this.
And we know that Florida Governor Republican candidate Ron DeSantis and his wife welcomed 300 or 270 people that were trapped in Israel, American citizens,
Tampa.
And he welcomed them to Tampa, and 7 more landed in Orlando.
Thank you for finding that story.
Immediately, were able to get services that they needed.
Yeah, again, I have to say, please, thank you for finding that story and posting it, because I was scrolling through, I saw it, and I just trying to find a little bit of good news when there's a lot of shit. Let's be honest. It's not easy to find these stories.
No,
it's not. The media is always banging the drum on the shit. But yeah, this is a 300. That's amazing. How the hell they got out of there?
I don't know, but thankfully they did.
Wow. Anything else in Vermont news?
I'm sure there's tons, but I have not, written it all down. I've posted a bunch. It's all up there.
We missed the eclipse because of the shitty weather up here in the North Country. The clouds and everything.
I did see some people with some pictures. I think it depended on where you were, and
sure.
But yeah, I didn't see it, and truthfully, I didn't even try.
Yeah, no, of course not.
I just didn't. Yeah, but this week, Wednesday, we got to talk about the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce mixer.
Yep.
Which is the 18th, Wednesday, the 18th, from 5 to 6:30 at the Family Center in Montpelier or Berlin. At 383 Sherwood Drive.
Yep.
So that is the chamber mixer. There'll be door prizes, 50-50 raffle. It's free for members and $10 for non-members and the public. It's just a great way to network and learn about your business communities.
Right.
And so whether you want to go into business or even if you don't, but you just want to know more about your business community, this is the place to kind of get together with everybody and check it out. So, as I said, it will benefit the Family Center, and they ask you to bring a diaper donation.
Yeah.
It's their 7th annual diaper drive.
And pre-register if you can. Just let them know that you're going to be there. It's so simple to do, centralvt.com. But the door prices, Morse Farm, Nelson's Ace Hardware, Vermont Flannel. Those are some pretty kick-ass door prices right there.
I know.
I mean, you can't be disappointed with any one of those.
Well, I wouldn't think.
You mentioned the 50-50 raffle to benefit the Family Center of Washington County. What a great organization right there, too. It's just amazing.
Now, and also Wednesday, we have to say that is Delicate Decadence Wednesday meal this week is turkey dinner.
Turkey dinner.
I mean, come on. Thanksgiving dinner.
Is there cranberry sauce?
Cranberry sauce, gravy, and you got to order. They're going to run out. So they always do. So 479-802, 479-7948.
Yeah.
And to order that up, or you can go to their website or their Facebook page and place your order.
You should do that now. I mean,
I already did.
Did you?
Yes.
Do you do the cranberry sauce and the gravy together mixed? Will you have a little bit of cranberry sauce?
I mean,
on the turkey
if it
gravy,
gets mixed up,
you'll still eat it.
Yeah.
See, I love that. I love the cranberry sauce, the gravy. Throw it all. Just
haven't you ever had a gobbler sandwich?
No.
The sandwich called the gobbler.
No.
It's like turkey breasts with stuffing and gravy and cranberry, and you like put everything on toasted bread and eat it up. You throw gravy right over the top of it.
I'll tell you right now, for me, scrambled eggs and maple syrup, they cannot mix. Keep that shit separate. But when it comes to cranberry sauce and gravy and turkey and green bean casserole, throw it all, mix it all in there. Put it in a blender, mix it all up, drink it down. That's how I am.
So, and then also on Wednesday. So Wednesday is going to be a crazy day. I know that you'll probably be at the mixer. I am going to be at the flood recovery focus group on October 18th from 5:30 to 7:30. It's at the Barry Opera House again. There's free pizza and dessert, and it's going to be housing, social and community well-being, infrastructure, and planning. Those are the kind of like the target points for the meeting this week.
Okay.
So I hope lots of people
and that's Wednesday.
Join in, and that is Wednesday from 5:30 to 7:30 at the Opera House, and they'll do the pizza first, and then we'll go right into discussion.
All right. This will be number 2, the Flood Recovery Focus Group, number 2. Also Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday with Washington County Mental Health Services.
Not this week.
It's not this week?
No.
Why?
It was last week.
I thought it's this. Oh, it's every other. It's every other Wednesday.
Oh, my God.
I told you I had my head in my ass this morning. But isn't Heather coming on with us, though? Thursday.
She is.
I think Heather's coming on with us Thursday.
News to me.
Yeah. It's what I have on my calendar. Yeah.
I don't know if I believe you. It was probably last month.
So let's see what else is happening. The Barrytown Fall Fest was this past weekend,
and I heard that they had a great turnout. It was a great weekend.
Yep.
They had a great time.
Yeah. Pretty good weather. I mean, it's a little iffy at times.
I don't know if I would call it good, but it was. It was decent. At least it wasn't pouring buckets or anything, and yeah.
Let's see what else do we have for community calendar stuff. Brought to you by the World, by the way, Washington World, which I don't know if anyone refers to it as the Washington World anymore.
It's just the World.
It's just the World.
Yeah.
I mean, and Gary Haas and his team over there are amazing. I mean, what can we say about them? They're just amazing. VT-world.com if you want to read the online version. If you want to do some advertising with the World, sales at VT-world.com, 479-2582. I loved having them on the air, by the way. That's something I want to do again with them. I really do.
We're going to be talking soon. That's next. It's next week also. But Brian Nichols again, because Haunted Grounds is right around the corner, and man, are they prepping it out.
Yeah.
he has posted. When I post the ad, he posted some pictures.
Yep.
It's looking pretty cool.
Yeah. He's a bit of a fanatic with this, the love of Halloween and scaring people.
Well, Chris Massey is too. He does the
Yeah.
haunted garage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, you know, what's amazing is, speaking of Massey, is I remember hearing about the haunted garage.
I think he invited you last year.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about it for a while, for quite a while, years, that there's this dude that does a haunted garage. And it might have been even he
Right up on Prospect Street.
He may have reached out to me. I don't know. But
well, we advertised it last year.
now I'm putting two and two together.
Yeah.
That it's Massey. And he's got it's pretty creepy shit there in his garage. Crazy bastard.
He is a crazy bastard. Always has been.
Vermont State Police investigating this suspicious death in Wheelock, Vermont. What's going on up there? Do we know anything?
I don't know. I knew they were doing one in Newport, but I didn't know there's one in Wheelock.
A man found dead this morning, 6 a.m. this morning. Investigators got a call from a woman who said that a man had been shot at home on Vermont Route 16. So troopers on scene and rescue crews from Glover and Hardwick responding to the scene. The victim has been pronounced dead. The identity is being withheld, obviously pending notification of relatives, but
I don't know. I posted about the one in Newport, but I did not know about one in
Wheelock. What happened in Newport? What's that about?
a suspicious death in Newport.
Okay.
It's on the page.
Okay. God, man. And then we have Vermont State Police investigating multiple car thefts. That's big time on the uptick right now for some reason.
Yeah, and people are starting to say, are they hot wiring these vehicles? Are truly that many people leaving their keys in the car? There was one stolen at the mall just the other day in Berlin. I think it was Saturday, I think, where the suspect went into the store and stole keys out of an employee's personal belongings, went out. They could see him go out into the parking lot and walk around with the fob clicking until he found the right vehicle. And then took off.
That's something else. Lock your, obviously lock your car.
Right, but even if you don't, it sounds like they're finding a way to steal them. So, super, just crazy. But we had another, the last week there was the store in Montpelier.
Yep.
And then this weekend, the Cumberland Farms in Northfield, and then yesterday the Ricky Shell and Deli at the bottom of the Southbury Access. They were also robbed at gunpoint yesterday. It was like mid-morning that happened. I don't know if it's the same suspect or not. I believe it is. The pictures look very similar to me.
Wow.
But at gunpoint, this is getting just insane. So, and what I think is a big contributing factor is that we had a lot of people getting help for their addiction, and all of a sudden they have none. And I think we have a lot of people falling off the rails here all at once. And I think it's actually going to get worse, and unless we figure something out quickly to start getting people back in recovery mode.
And with that, we're saying there's no quick fix to this, but we need to shift into a different gear here quickly. I think
we really do, because overdose, death, and crime, and just overdose, not even death, but overdose, period. This last month has been absolutely crazy. Thank you to the Berry City Police Department and all of the resources that came in to help with a recent bust at the Berry Manor.
Yes.
That happened just over the weekend as well.
Yes. And there was another
thank you.
There was another big recent bust that was on two, actually, that were right in Barrie. I think North Main Street, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Two recently. Big bus. Like a large amount of fentanyl that they got off the street.
Right. That people were going to murder people with. Because I'm sorry. If you're putting it in there, you're knowingly putting it in there, that's murder.
By getting this off the street, you have to wonder how
premeditated.
Right, but you have to wonder how many lives that saved from overdose by getting that off the street.
Hopefully a lot.
Kudos.
But if
Berry City Fire and
somebody
Police
were to tamper with anything else and put a poison in it, it would be murder.
Exactly.
That is it's not, if my son chooses to smoke crack and something happens to him and he passes away and his labs show it's straight up crack, that's on him. He made that choice. But if he goes to the dealer to buy crack and he doesn't have crack, he's got fentanyl. That's not the same.
Yeah.
And it's premeditation. They have to literally put that shit in there knowing what it's going to do.
Sure.
Pisses me off.
Yep. Are you doing a show tomorrow?
Yes.
It's no secret, 12 noon, right here where you are right now is where you can see this. And It's No Secret is Raylene's podcast about addiction, recovery, mental health. And you are ticking up some huge viewership numbers here with your podcast. That's all it's about. A lot of people watching that. It is. Go ahead.
I just wanted to answer Cindy. Yes, they are a great support. Unfortunately, they're a long way. They're far away from Barrie, and we need CVSAS, the local branch here that did services on a daily basis where you could have IOP, one-on-one counseling, all in recovery groups, those sorts of things, so that it was happening on a daily basis, has recently closed. So we've gone from people getting a lot of help to no help, and that's the more frightening part.
Closed because of the flood?
Yes.
Okay.
No, CVSAS did not close because of the flood.
Well,
they just dissolved they just dissolved and closed, and no clear answer has really been given about that. Turning Point also closed. They closed because of the flood. And so literally leaving people without daily services. I certainly know a lot about Teen Challenge, just like Jenna's. It's a great sober living treatment facility that you can go to for long term. It's not the Valley Vista or Serenity where it's 14 days and you go. Both of those places are great places, and treatment centers.
All right. I'm just looking at the. I know that we're kind of all over the road this morning. But I'm just looking at what's going on with the story in Newport. It's just still under investigation. The shooting on Saturday night that left one man dead. So. Nobody's in custody, by the way, regarding that one.
Right, but they do feel it's an isolated incident and that this person was the target.
Yeah,
But that, that's what their belief is. We don't know.
Right.
So what the case may be.
We're going to give an update on our studio here in just a minute. We're also going to tell you about Raylene's Saturday night experience this past weekend in just a little bit. But I want to see if we can reach Logan this morning. Logan Loose Sports. Take it away, my friend. How many games last night?
Last night was the traditional. I think I don't know exactly, but I know that like the Packers, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I think two others were out for the bye week. But let me just double check. Last night at 9:30, I got to watch the London game, which was the Baltimore Ravens and the Titans. That was for the most part a kind of slower game for the most part, but then the Ravens took the lead towards the end of the game. It was a good matchup. I did like the first half because there were some pretty crazy fun plays, including a blocked field goal. So that was a good game. Then we had the Dolphins and the Panthers, with the Dolphins beating the Panthers 42-21. We have the Texans beating the Saints 20-13. We have the Washington Commanders beating the Falcons 24-16. We have the Jaguars beating the Colts 37-20. We have the Bengals beating the Seahawks 17-13. We have the Vikings beating the Bears 19-13. We have the Browns beating the 49ers 19-17. The Patriots and the Raiders, with the Raiders winning 21-17. The Lions beat the Buccaneers 20-6. And the Rams beat the Cardinals 26-9. And then the Eagles and Jets game was the Jets beating the Eagles 20-14. And then the final game was the Giants against the Bills, and that was 14-9. The Bills picking up the win last night.
All right. And Raylene, we've got Shep tonight, right?
We do.
Right.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock for the Four Quarters podcast.
Tonight.
Yeah, and she's been call me. Maybe I'm out of touch, but is what I'm understanding here that there's a good amount of discouragement with Pats fans right now, Logan?
Like Packers or Patriots?
I'm sorry, Patriots.
Oh, well, I mean it's kind of hard not to discourage when, this is not a good start for the Patriots, and this is the first time in a long time that Bill Belichick has had a losing season. I mean, I don't blame, Patriots fans. It's not, when you lose, like considered the greatest quarterback of all time, and then go from having successful seasons, Super Bowl after Super Bowl, and then you go to 1-5 isn't fun, isn't ideal. But I mean, that's for but then the thing I have to say, is that's for every team. Even as a Seahawks fan, we had our rebuild season where we had to go, I don't know if you've ever heard of the term, the Legion of Boom. During the time of 2014 and 15, we had one of the best defenses probably considered of all time. And then, suddenly that defense, players retire, players go to different teams, then you have to start the rebuild process. And so the Patriots are definitely, without a doubt in my mind, are in their rebuild stage. And it'll probably take some time because there's a lot of pieces they're missing. For example, they're missing wide receivers. They're definitely missing a lot of offensive line. Mac Jones doesn't really have a lot of time to react. And Mac Jones himself is still kind of, learning. He's still he's a younger quarterback.
Right.
He's still learning. So it's just when you put a young quarterback in a situation where, he has 3 seconds before someone from the defensive line is coming at him because everyone on his O-line is not, not doing their part. It's he doesn't have time to find those open receivers. And then those receivers are usually not open. So it's for Mac Jones alone in that offense, it's there's so much that needs to be rebuilt.
Yeah. So many people were saying that Belichick should have left with Brady, and the two of them should have gone out together. What say you?
I think so, but at the same time, I think Bill stayed because I think he wanted to prove to the world that he could do it without Tom. But no offense, but it doesn't seem like he's doing great without Tom.
Well,
And
he
so,
always has that grouchy look on his face anyways. Win or lose. Doesn't
yeah,
matter.
win or lose. Yeah, no, exactly. Win or lose, he always has that look on his face. But yeah, no, I think yeah, he should have, that would have been the smartest decision, would have left, with Tom Brady. But then I think, like I said, I think he wanted to prove that he could do it without Tom Brady. I think that's what it is. Or maybe he like being offered a lot of money to stay. I don't know what that looks like, but I know for sure though that like I agree with a lot of people. He probably should have stepped away at the same time. But then if he left, that would make the Patriots situation even worse because now they got to find a new quarterback or not quarterback, a coach, and then they got to make a whole new like gameplay book. Like play calls and everything will change. Different coach.
Right.
Things will change. So that's my mindset about it.
Who's playing tonight, Monday Night Football?
Tonight's game is the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Chargers at 8:15 tonight. Kickoff will probably be like 8:15 is kickoff. It used to be where like they would tell you the game's at 8:00, but then kickoff wasn't for like another 10 minutes.
All right, Raylene is very anxious to jump in with her prediction of tonight's game. Raylene, take it away.
Straight up guess. I'll say Cowboys because that would make my brother happy.
Good choice. What say you, Logan?
I'll have to agree on that one. I'm definitely going to lean towards the Cowboys just because they are still like, even though they lost to the 49ers, but like, that was kind of expected because it's the 49ers, but like, the Cowboys are still without a doubt, in my mind, probably like a top 5 team considering they have one of the best offenses and defenses right now. And it's like, they're still 3-2, but I definitely could see them. I could definitely see them, dominating this game tonight.
All right, brother, we appreciate you so much. And we should say that our studio is coming along, and I can't wait to have Logan in with us. The three of us together in the same room sharing a microphone, Raylene.
It's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to getting back as well.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to having to go outside in the morning, though. I'm not going to lie. This kind of cool because if it's really cold and shitty, I don't have to get out of my pajama bottoms if I don't want to.
Right, and often you're like you fall out of bed and 30 seconds to 45 seconds later you're on the air live.
No,
I mean, that happens all the time.
No, I'm on the road. I'm bringing Craig to work at 6:15 every morning.
I must be thinking of somebody else.
I get up at 5:15. At the very latest.
Well, all I'm saying is we're watching our studio being rebuilt right now by Barcelo Construction. We're over there. We're talking with Jen Lawrence. We're watching what's happening. It is really, really, really cool.
Yeah, super exciting.
Just, and I'll post up some pictures here too, but it's coming along. But that whole building had to be redone. A lot of work, ton of work. What happened Saturday night? I heard that you were out smashing beer bottles over people's heads at the Den. Is that true?
No, it's not true. I was at the Den, though, and I had a great time. I went with some friends of mine, Rosemary and Charlie, and
you didn't get
we had
a
great time. Hell no.
Okay.
See, he's a good guy.
All right.
What would I want to fight with Charlie for? We had a great time. They danced and had a couple of beers and had a snack and the band was great. The people were great. It was a really good time. So
Legend
looking forward to going back. We're going to go for Halloween as well.
Okay.
So that is where will be for Halloween. I think that everybody should come down. Foreplay will be the band for Halloween, which is the 28th is when it will be at the Den. Costume party, all of that, all that great stuff that everybody has. And this week we will be it'll be Wednesday and after, but we will let loose with the new menu and the prices and a bunch of upcoming great things that are happening there for their grand opening weekend. And super excited for them. Super excited for Jeff. He's doing a great job over there. And I'm just really looking forward to having a club again.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I need to do the same thing. I need to get out of the house and go have some fun.
Yeah, it's a busy, busy week with lots of important things happening. So keep watching the page. Get your Zoom links if you can't participate in person for things. Go to the chamber event. Go to the Barrie flood recovery conversations that are happening at the Opera House. Order up your turkey dinner, for God's sakes. Do it now before it's gone. And even if you're going to be busy Wednesday night, just save it and eat it Thursday. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Exactly.
Who a turkey dinner right now? That makes me so. Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday anyway.
How the hell are we supposed to lose weight this time of year? The breads and the soups and the gravies.
Well, you don't.
Okay.
Do that in the winter.
Just say...
You just live like a bear and you pack it on for the winter. You worry about getting it off later on.
All right.
They do it in reverse because they're packing it on in the summer.
Yeah.
Where we don't hibernate like they do.
Yeah.
So we use our time. We have to pack it on in the winter.
Oh, it's packed on. Anything else?
I don't think so. I mean, probably, but there's so much stuff there. Probably, but if not, if we didn't say it, I'll get it out there.
Listen, if you love the podcast, if you're one of our many YouTubers, which by the way we're approaching, I think 800 subscribers. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Make sure you subscribe. Give us a like. Follow
and
what
invite your
we're doing.
friends.
Invite your friends.
Like literally, if you go to our page, if you go to Aired Out page on Facebook, you will see at the very top it will say invite friends.
Right.
And you can click through your friends and you can invite up to 100 people a day.
Sure.
Invite them all.
Yeah.
We would love that. We're at 6,400.
Yeah.
I think just over 6,400
we
now.
We talk a lot about what's going on in
Aired Out.
We talk a lot about what's going on in Vermont, but also the nation and the region and the world.
Right, all over. So we're at 6,404. I would love nothing more than to get to 7,000 by January 1st. And we need your help to make that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Raylene, thank you. And thanks, everyone, for tuning in this morning. Thanks for subscribing.
Have a great day.
Appreciate your eyes and your ears. Be well.